Discussions with DT Parker. We are back at it. What up to Twitch? We are active and live on Twitch. They've been hanging for a little second. I had to get reorganized because what we getting about ready to talk about, child. Anyway. Hey, Carlana, how are you? Welcome to Discussions with DT Parker. IG Live is up and activated, of course. YouTube, thank you for the folks that run this back, play this back on YouTube. Thank you to the folks that have already liked, subscribed, and followed to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow today. Thank you very much. But we're going to get into it because this is sorry, Mama, we're back. This is a lot to unpack. And I believe I have them in somewhat of a order where I can read them without being confused. Because they sent me like 13 pages. But somebody in our dysfunctional family asked, did they handle this situation correctly? I'm not going to read the name. I'm not going to disclose who the person is. But let's get into it. Shall we? So it starts off like, hey, can you talk? The person said, no, I'm in a meeting. Come on, don't do that. Respectfully, I want to ask, why is D sending you additional $2K every month? This is in addition to the alimony and child support payments. I try my best to stay out of y'all business, especially when it comes to the kids. But I'm just now noticing that he's been sending payments via Zelle since October. $997 is going to one account and $1,000 is going to another account. And both payments were labeled T. He added me to his account in March. Okay, that's all I got from that. Hold on one second because I'm trying to read up because they kind of like paste this together. This is not a small expense. We have a child. So what's going on? The person responded said, we have 5. You know how much 5 kids cost to raise? They said, I respect you and I appreciate what up, Tasha? Our relationship. However, we can't afford this. And honestly, if we could, I don't find it necessary or appropriate for him to send you money behind my back. They responded, so, well, apparently he has been affording it without you, your knowledge, and without any significant changes to your lifestyle. He's providing you. Hold on. I'm trying to read this up because, like I said, this is piece. Oh, hold on. This is pieced together, so I'm trying to go up. I apologize, y'all, because I'm trying to go up and read. So, hold on. I'm piecing this bad boy together, one beautiful bean footage at a time. Hold on. I was trying to read up because we left off there. This is my apologies, y'all. I know it's sent to me all over the place, but it was definitely in a particular order when I read it because I was like, ooh, child, this is a lot. This is what they left off and said this is not, hold on. This is not a game to me. I don't understand why he married me, but clearly me and my child isn't getting the treatment that he gives you and your children. I won't say the wife's name, but it said, that's your problem. Stop worrying about what he had. It's over and in the past. And yes, he has obligations to our children. She said the youngest just turned 2 years old. You knew that and stayed. So stop complaining and focus on what y'all are building. If nothing else can ease your mind, let me offer you this. I do not want him. I will never go back to him. I will never sleep with him under any circumstances. That's just my baby daddy. I don't know why I can't read up. Where it won't let me go up. I'm trying to scroll up on here. And it is not letting me go up for some reason. That's weird. Anyway, and it didn't go in any order, so I apologize, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so going back, so she said, well, apparently, hey, Healing Hurt Men's Ministry, today's topic is, did this lady handle the situation incorrectly? New wife confronts ex-wife about her husband sending the ex-wife money. So I'm reading the text message. I'm trying to put the text message threads together because they're all out of order. They said, T, you know I respect you and I appreciate our relationship. However, we can't afford this. And honestly, if we could, I don't find it necessary or appropriate for him to send you money behind my back. They responded and said, well, apparently he has been affording it without your knowledge and without any significant changes to the lifestyle he's providing you or your one child. You only knew about it because you can see it. This is not my problem to address. Your frustration should be directed towards your husband. They said, can you tell me the arrangement you have made with him to get him to agree to this? And then they responded and said, do you know your husband's annual income, including investments and shares? Have you read our prenup post-nuptial agreement? And the other person responded and said, post-nuptial agreement? And they responded and said, yes, talk to your husband so he can educate. And a word of advice, protect your marriage and always address him with your concerns, especially when it comes to finances. Do not let outsiders know. Hold on. Like I said, this is not. It says, do not let outsiders know. But if you're angry with, oh gosh, because this cut off so bad. Hey, Connected, Connie, we're talking about a situation. We got a letter from one of our dysfunctional family members that wanted to know if they handled the situation wrong. This is the text message exchange between the current wife and the ex-wife. So the ex-wife is receiving money, child support from the husband, the ex-husband that she was married to. And the new wife wants to know, why is he sending her additional money? She finds it inappropriate that he's sending additional money behind her back. And basically, did your screen freeze? Can y'all see me? Can you see me? Can you see me before I keep going? Because this is, like I said, this is a lot to unpack. I know, I guess I should have numbered the pages, but I thought they were going to download. I thought they were all going to download all at once. Okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, I think I can piece this together. But y'all gonna have to bear with me. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, you can see me? All right, y'all. So we'll start from the very top because I think I can piece this together now. I think I have an understanding of how these pieces connect. Hold on, y'all. Let me get out of this. All right, like I said, welcome new folks. We got a letter from one of our dysfunctional family members that want to know, did they handle the situation between a new current wife and an ex-wife? Did they handle the situation correctly? And this is just the exchange between her and the new wife. So this is the new wife, new baby mama. Hold on. Let me go back because I kind of have an idea where I'm at right now. All right. So they said, hey, this is the new wife. Can you talk? This is the ex-wife. No, I'm in a meeting. What's up? Hold on. Let me go to that page. I know where it's at now. I'm moving. I'm shaking. I read this before, but like I said, it didn't save like it was supposed to, but I know I kind of am piecing it together now. All right. So this is what the ex-wife responded and said, respectfully, I want to ask why. This is the new wife. She responded back to the ex-wife. Respectfully, I want to ask why D is sending you an additional $2,000 every month. This is in additional to the alimony and child support payments. I try my best to stay out of y'all business, especially when it comes to the kids. But I'm just now noticing that it's he's been sending payments via Zelle since last October. $997 is going to one account, and $1,607 is going to another account. And both payments are labeled T. He added me to his accounts in March. Hold on, because there's more. I know where to go to get the rest of this dialogue right here. He added me to his accounts in March. Well, this is one. And when I asked him about it last night, hey, baby Barack, he just said, my ex-wife needed the money, and I didn't question it because if she takes me to court, she can double that amount. And again, I'm not trying to be intrusive, but we are married and my money is going into this account as well. So I'm just trying to understand what these payments are actually, because it is not in the court order, and he's not trying to give extra through the order. He's just sending it directly to you. I never knew about this. Hold on. Let me go to this other part again, because I think I know how to piece this together now. Hold on. Hold on, I gotcha. Okay, that part I didn't piece together. Sorry, I'm piecing bits and pieces together, because I'm trying to get to where the new wife has now responded back to this ex-wife. Hold on, I got you. It's just everything is all over the place. This is my fault. She said, I never knew about this. Let's go back over here. Something. Okay, we'll start here. This is the new wife. Can you tell me the arrangement you have made with him to get him to agree to this? She said, the ex-wife, do you know your husband's annual income, including investments and shares? Have you read our prenup or postnuptial agreement? Postnuptial agreement was the question. The new wife said, yes. Talk to your husband so he can educate you. In a word of advice, protect your marriage and always address him with your concerns, especially when it comes to finances. Do not let outsiders like me know what there's trouble in paradise. Because she said something, Chad. That's funny. Hold on. Again, like I said, I didn't know this was not gonna piece in order. Messing up my good life. Hold on, because there was more said to this. Okay, this is the part here. Hold on. I finally think I got it. I know, I'm a little slow today. Bear with me. All right, because the one part that we left off, child, trying to piece all this together. She said, I never knew about this. Let me go back here to this first one. Here. Something. This is not a small expense. We have a child, too. What's going on? They responded and said, we have 5. You know how much kids cost to raise. They said to the ex-wife, you know I respect you and I appreciate our relationship. However, we can't afford this. And honestly, if we could, I don't find it necessary or appropriate for him to send you money behind my back. She said, well, apparently he has been affording, and I know where that clip is. Hold on. Well, apparently he has been affording it without your knowledge and without any significant changes to the lifestyle he's providing you and your one child. You only knew about it because you can't see it. This is not my problem to address. Your frustration should be directed towards your husband. All right, I know that was a lot. Because they sent me 13 slides. And then she said, can you tell me the arrangement you have made with him to get him to agree to this? And that's when she said, do you not know your husband's annual income, including investment shares? Have you not read our prenup postnuptial agreement? Question mark. She said, yes, talk to your husband. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Hold on. Hold on, because I'm trying to, like I said, put all this together. but it ain't gonna all flow together because it just didn't download together. But y'all get the premises of it. Was this woman right or wrong for her approach? And then we'll get into what her and the baby daddy. Ooh, child. Her and the baby daddy had exchanged words. Super Pat said, all we ex-husbands and baby daddies have been there trying to keep the peace. Mama said I should have numbered the damn pages. That would have been helpful, but I didn't know, like I said, that they was gonna download separately. So here's a little bit of the beginning of the conversation. Hold on, because this it's like I said, it's a lot of stuff that I think I got to the premise, the basis of, what was going on. But yeah, this is pretty, and it clicks off. I'm sorry, y'all. But what's this, I know, I'm trying to get it together. I know I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, but that's how these came out. I apologize. I'm not trying to be all over the place. But then if I put y'all on pause trying to get these, because I do have them on my thing, but they're just not in any particular order. And these are like and that's why I say I apologize, because these are screenshots of the messages. That's why it's all over the place. So again, I apologize. I wasn't trying for it to be all over the place, but they were sent. Well, I downloaded them out of order. But you get the basis of it. So, was this new wife, out of pocket for approaching the ex-wife about her ex-husband sending her money? That's basically what this comes down to. The new wife is upset that her new husband, which is the ex-wife's ex-husband, is sending the ex-wife, I guess, more money that she knew about, an extra $2,000. So the new wife approached the ex-wife and was like, hey, why is my husband sending you this money? I don't feel comfortable with him sending you this money. Why is he doing it? And she's, the ex-wife's like, well, that is something that you need to talk to your man about. Like, that ain't got nothing to do, that's the arrangement that me and him got. You need to check him. And don't check me. You need to confront him. And she's basically the new wife, like, well, we can't afford this. So, like, can you please explain to me what the arrangement is? And mind you, the ex-wife and the ex-husband, they have 5 kids together. One just turned 2. So, that is the gist of this conversation. Was the new wife out of pocket for approaching the new ex-wife? Excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's confusing. Tasha said, Super Pat, the new wife is going to destroy the peace trying to be nosy. Right. Super Pat said, yep, but he knows if she takes him to court for child support adjustments, he's going to pay more. Which is what the ex-wife said. Like, well, he told the new wife, like, hey, she needs the money. My ex-wife, she said she needs the money. So instead of her taking me to court to try to get this money, let me just go ahead and give her the extra money. That way, I can avoid going to court and me having to pay more money. So, I don't know. I think it's pretty smart. I don't know. But hold on. Mama said you should have kept the circumstances between her and her husband because now she looks foolish. Hey, Harlem Nights. We got a letter. I won't say from our dysfunctional family, but yeah, from one of our dysfunctional family members. I'm over here trying to piece it together now. Hey, Kate, clean, as we talk. Because like I said, this thing, it got downloaded. It's all over the place. I'm trying to get into my email. But the email attachments are not. Oh, there they are. There they go. Here we go. Let me see if I can download this in any type of order. And maybe this will make more sense for us. This is my apologies because I should have had this ish together. But the basis of our conversation, new folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Parker. We are chatting today about, again, one of our family members. We like to say dysfunctional family. You did make a friend, dysfunctional family members. We're chatting today about a situation that they had or having with the new wife. So I want to know, was the new wife out of pocket for confronting the ex-wife about money that is being given to her from her ex-husband? She wanted to know, the new wife, why is her new husband sending her an additional $2,000, questioning her. And the ex-wife is like, baby girl, you need to take that up with him. You need to talk to him about why he's sending the money. That ain't for me to explain. And she's like, no, I want to know. Why is he sending you this money? Please, clarify. What is it for? And she's again like, you need to explain to him. We will get to in a second what the baby daddy, because the baby daddy and her kind of got into it as well. So right now what I'm trying to do is download these things because they're not in order what was sent. And we're probably not going to read all of them because, I don't have to read all of these for them to make sense. But it is good so you understand what the conversation is, but I don't need all of them, if that makes sense, for this story to make sense. So I'll just read a little bit of what went down, and then we'll get into the baby daddy. Only because I don't have these in any particular order. And again, I've been over here struggling, trying to put these in order. And it's just not flowing like it needs to. So I'm not going to worry about it. So like I said, I will give you the basis of what we're talking about. What up, Gemini Smiley? All right, here we go. Let me pull these up. And this, again, is my fault because I thought they downloaded in order, but clearly they did not download in order. They was like, no. It said, hey, can you talk? This is the new wife. Ex-wife said, no, I'm in a meeting. She said, respectfully, I want to ask, this is the new wife. What up, Gemini Smiley? I want to ask why D is sending you an additional $2,000 every month. This is in addition to the alimony and child support payments. I try my best to stay out of y'all business, especially when it comes to the kids. But I'm just now noticing that he's been sending you payments via Zelle since October. $997 is going to one account and $1,700 is going to another account. And both payments are labeled to the ex-wife. All right, let me continue with this conversation. Let me find that other screenshot. All right, here we are. Zoom. Here we go. Come on now. Gotta love these Mac. He added me to his account in March. This one. And when I asked him about it last night, he just said that my ex-wife needs the money. And I didn't question it because if she takes me to court, Baby Rock, I don't know if I said what up to you, but what up? Welcome to the chat. If she takes me to court, she can get double that amount. And again, I'm not trying to be intrusive, but we are married and my money is going in this account as well. So I'm just trying to understand what these payments are actually for because it's not in the court order and he's not trying to give extra through the order. He just sending it directly to you. I never knew. Okay, she was saying I guess she never knew that he was sending these payments. And then this goes back to the beginning of the conversation where it was like, yeah, the new wife is saying, yeah, he's sending them from a Navy Federal, 2 separate Navy Federal accounts, and the recipient's name is your name and number. The ex-wife was like, interesting. Wait a minute. Give me a second. I'll check it out. These aren't accidents. These are recurring payments, and you are not receiving the money. She said, hello. And then the ex-wife was like, okay, let me check. And then she's like, okay, yeah, I'm getting the money. I'm getting the money. Okay, what's the problem? I'm getting the money. And then the new wife went on to question, okay, well, can you tell me what this arrangement, like, what did y'all work out? And she's basically saying, like, you need to question him. Like, go to him. Why are you questioning me on what the arrangement was for when you need to be questioning that man? It says, yes. Hold on. Because I want to go back here. This is my apologies, y'all. She said, this is not a small amount, an expense. We have a child, too. What's going on? And then the ex-wife said, we have 5. You know how much 5 kids cost to raise? And then she said to the ex-wife, I know You know, I respect you and I appreciate our relationship. However, we can't afford this. And honestly, if we could, I didn't find it and I don't find it necessary or appropriate for him to send you money behind my back. Hold on. Because, baby, this thing gets so deep. So deep. I wish I had numbered these like mama said, because this thing goes so deep. Like I said, hold on to God. Super Pass, or Tasha said he shouldn't have added her to the account if he didn't want his fiance monitored, his finances monitored, but maybe he ain't trying to hide it or explain it. I mean, I feel like he did explain it to the fiance. She just wasn't trying to, she wasn't trying to hear the answer, if that makes sense, because he clearly did explain it to her. Like, you know, if I don't give up this money, then she could take me to court for more child support. So, I mean, do you want him to get hit in the pockets in court? Or do you want him just to give what he been given? And you go somewhere and shut the... Because, baby, if he go to court, and I don't know what this man do for a living, and how much he make, but clearly he makes a lot, okay, of money, where he ain't trying to be tied up in no courts. Super Pat said 5 kids in Georgia would probably be at least $2,500 to $3,000 a month. Jesus. Super Pat said, why you marry a man with 5 kids under 18? Tasha laughing. Harlem Knight said, I'm coming on because this is a lot to unpack. Come on, girl. Girl, because I'm trying to unpack it. She said to the ex-wife, getting back to it. Sorry, because I said this letter's long. She said, I know, and I respect you, and I appreciate our relationship. However, we can't afford this, and honestly, if we could, I don't find it necessary or appropriate for him to send you money behind my back. She said, well, apparently he has been affording it without your knowledge and without any significant changes to the lifestyle he's providing you and your one child. You only knew about it because you can see it. This is not my problem to address. Your frustration should be directed towards your husband. I'm with her. It should absolutely be directed towards her husband. And then she went on to say, hold on, I'm trying to get back. Trying to get my way back. Hold on, y'all. I apologize. Baby, because this is long. Like I said, this is very long and lengthy. Hold on, because she told her something else that I was like, ooh, child. She wanted to know what the arrangement was between. She was like, can you explain? Oh, God, I have this in order now, and it's crazy. Anyway, and it still won't let me be great on this computer. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get back to where she's explaining that, hold on, y'all. I apologize. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I got the page. I told you this all over the place. She said, can you tell me the arrangement you have made with him to agree to this? She said, do you not know your husband's annual income, including his investments and shares? Have you read our post-nuptial agreement? Post-nuptial agreement, that's what the new wife said. And she said, yes, talk to your husband so he can educate you. In a word of advice. I'm going to hold on because I don't even... Okay, I do have that part. She said, protect your marriage and always address him with your concerns, especially when it comes to finances. Do not let outsiders like me know that there's trouble in paradise, because I will 100% exploit it from my own gain and do better position my children's future over you and your child, regardless if they share the same blood. Cold-blooded! Jesus! I may not want your man in my bed, but my children will always be his first priority. You better pop it then. You and I don't have any quarrel, but you need to grow up and realize what type of life. Ooh, child. Baby, you better say it with your... She was popping her mess. Hold on, I'm bringing Harlem Nights on. I wanted to read that last part of that message, child, because she was popping her mess Harlem Nights. Wait a minute. She said you need to check that man. Harlem
Listen,
Nights. What do you think about this? Because
first off,
it's a lot going on.
fiance is so off base.
You
That's
mean
that's
wife, new wife?
wife, new wife, fiance is okay, new wife.
Mm-hmm.
First off, she is extremely off base because one thing you never do is you never reach out to the other woman.
Okay. Why
That's
not?
just something that you got a relationship with that man. He has a commitment to you.
Right.
The other woman does not have or owe you anything.
Right.
And that's one thing, number one, that's the first issue. She got a connection with her husband.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, yes, there is somewhat of a connection with the other wife or the ex-wife. I get it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is now your extended family, but it's you and him, not you, him, and her.
Yeah.
Like, are we poly in this thing? Like, what are we doing? Like, they don't have to. They don't. She's not obligated in no way to explain to you why her ex-husband is adhering to an agreement that they had when they decided to go separate
Separate
ways.
ways. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She doesn't. There's no, and you look stupid because now, like the wife said, addressed. Now you let me know that there's trouble in paradise.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, which I'm sure she knew there was trouble in paradise because she was with the dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you with somebody, you break up and then you see somebody else with them, you know what they over there dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you already know that there is an issue, but now it's been confirmed. So now you have leverage to do whatever you want to do within their relationship because you sometimes you have to tell women you don't never want to let another woman know your man's weaknesses or
Yeah.
the fact that your man got a problem. Never do that because now you're giving her tools to work with.
Yeah, she
So
said also because this is like I said, and I just found the other parts of this child because whoo is a lot. She said you and I don't have any quarrel, but you need to grow up and realize what type of life you stepped into. You married a man that's 19 years your senior. Your
yeah,
best move is to learn from him and know your place. You're not going to get what he and I built overnight. That takes time, sacrifice, patience. So I understand why you may be uncomfortable, but in this case, it's simply not your business until your husband
I
makes
agree.
it your business.
I agree.
And I don't mean to be so abrasive, but honey, you picked up this rock. Now you don't like how heavy it is to carry. And that simply means you knew what you signed up for. So accept it. Talk to D.
I agree. I agree 100% with the ex-wife. I
Yeah.
agree. If number one, first off, the husband shouldn't have even allowed his wife access to that account if he didn't want to. He should have addressed that first.
That's what Tasha
When
said.
when he decided to give her access to that account, he should have said, "Hey, I'm doing this because of this, that, and the third." She shouldn't have found out by giving her access. Oh, now why is this money going here? And why do you have all these questions? Like, this is stuff that you should have known. You know what I'm saying?
But it
Like,
ain't still, it really is not none of the new wives' business what arrangement that they
what
do
they
have.
had. Yeah, and
Yeah.
unless he decided to sit down with her and say, hey, I'm going to give you access to this account, but just know once I give you this access, you're going to see da 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 da, like communication. But even still, like whatever old wife and husband got going on, don't have nothing to do with the new wife. And
Exactly.
the new wife can't. She's saying we can't afford it. Obviously, they can. He's doing it.
Exactly.
Obviously,
Exactly.
they can afford it. Now, if he's been doing it and that's been his obligation, and you're just not finding out about that, if something is lacking, then he might need to go get another job or he might need to go get another stream of income to make up for what's not happening, or you might need to get out and go make it happen. But don't
But I
call
understand
whoever
her
wrong.
because I understand because her money The new wife's money is going into this
Then
account that
don't
he.
put your money in there.
Yeah, girl, you might
That
want to
that ain't
push that
rocket
up.
science. That ain't
So
rocket science. Like, okay, I got into this account. I see something I don't like. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm going to not put my money into this account. We don't have to argue. We don't have to
so
argue. We don't have to fuss and fight about
right,
nothing. I just, okay, I'm going to make a choice. Like, there are women who choose not to date men with other kids because they don't want to deal with baby mamas.
right.
Regardless of what the relationship looks like, there are women who are like, I'm going to bow out gracefully on this baby mama situation because I just don't want to deal with that. I want a man that can focus on me and not be sharing my attention with all of his kids and his baby mama, whether
I
she
mean, he got
crazy or
five
not.
kids. I mean, she should have known what she signed up for. No, five other
I
kids.
mean, you know what I'm
19,
saying? Some of
19
this
years
stuff
your
is just,
senior. Not
yeah,
to
some of
say,
this stuff is learned behavior. Like, you don't know.
yeah.
You know.
Mama said, hold on, because I missed a bunch of comments. Tasha said, I think if the husband expects honesty and clarity to be the foundation of his new marriage, then there are things that needs to be disclosed to her, especially finances. Yeah, he should have been said that. He still has to keep the new wife in the loop and set up a separate account. Don't want to use her money to pay ex-wife. I think that's where the problem is coming in. He might be dipping into her money. Um
This
and
sounds like a control issue.
I don't know. Um, Mama said, is he using her money though? Since they have a joint account, not 100% sure, but if the money's going in there, he may be using her money. Tasha said, no, Mama. The new wife said the husband added her to the account, and she's putting the money in that account now. Okay, thank you for
It don't
catching that.
sound like she's using her. It doesn't sound like he's using her money. It sounds like, and I'm gonna tell you this because he's right. Husband is right. If he stops, if he made an agreement with her and he stops, and
Yeah.
then he decides that, oh, I'm not gonna do this anymore. My wife is not in agreement with it. Old wife can literally take him to court,
Mhm.
get that child support increased. And in some cases, depending on what state they live in and where they live,
Yeah.
both husband and new wife can end up paying child support for old wife's children.
So she better pipe
Depending
down
on,
and be the hell
yeah,
quiet.
honey, go sit down. Because I
Uh,
done seen women's whole income taxes be taken. I done seen 401ks tapped into.
Baby, when they
Yeah,
come in, I mean, it's joint property now.
yeah. It's
New folks, I apologize. Welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker. We actually been chatting. One of our dysfunctional family members sent us in a letter, wanted to know. Well, they didn't want to know. They wanted to know if they handled the situation correctly, but I want to know if this new wife was out of pocket for confronting the ex-wife about extra money that the ex-husband was giving to the ex-wife. Super Pat said, now if she let the ex and his kids move in, that would cut down the child support. She ain't ready for no 5 kids when she got one of her own.
look,
Um,
she ain't trying to be in no poly situation.
okay. Mama said, Tasha, she gave you the thumbs up. She said, cat fight. Super Pat, Tasha laughed at you. Super Pat said, LOL. Mama said, they say, don't go look for something because you gonna find it. LOL. Yeah,
Right.
facts. What up, One Fear? What up, OC? Super Pat said, but when the new wife wants to go on vacation and he says he don't have it, who's wrong? Oh, that's a good question. Who is wrong? When he Super Pat said when he knows how much he makes. Tasha said, but it sounds like they aren't lacking anything. She's just not missing. She's not missing the money. She just don't like that he has more
It
money
sounds like
than outside.
control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of the court order. Mama said, Super Pad, go without him. That's what Mama said for your explanation, Super Pad. Go on vacation without him. Mama said
Right.
she mad because he's giving the ex-wife extra money, period. She being petty. Tasha said, but again, she don't have to put her money in the account. Totally her choice. Yeah, I would remove that account.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ Do It. Welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker. We're chatting about a new wife confronting an ex-wife about the ex-husband giving the ex-wife more money. Oh, and it keeps going. She said, so the ex-wife said, Harlem Nights in chat, talk to D when he calms down and work it out. Y'all will be okay. And then the new wife said, "Oh wow, noted. So we're gonna keep taking the money." The ex-wife said, "Yes." With
Huh?
the
Why would you think
yes,
she's gonna stop taking the money?
he said, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am gonna
Of
keep taking
course.
the
I
money."
got obligations. I got responsibilities in this house. What do you mean am I gonna keep taking the money? What am I supposed to stop because you now found out about it?
This ain't no sister to sister moment. This
Which
ain't no
one right, which one of
sister.
y'all which one of them sent the letter? Did the ex-wife send the letter or the
The
new
new
wife?
wife sent the text message
Girl,
to the
listen, new wife, if you are watching this chat, honey, go take several seats. Okay? And I'm
girl.
saying that because I've been in I've been in both. I've been in both sides. Okay. I've been on the new wife side and I've been, you know what I'm saying, the ex-wife. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, if as a new wife, if I know he got obligations to that house and I come in on the back end of his obligations as the new wife, I'm not just to come in like, oh no, we shutting this down. Oh no, y'all had what y'all had going on. Now, if this is what I need from him, if I need something from him and what he's supplying you is stopping him from being able to give that to me, then he needs to work that out or I need to make a decision. Do I really want to be in this situation?
Yeah, but the
Because,
ex-wife already pointed out, like, girl, you just found out about it, but you ain't
yeah,
had no bills. You
yeah, if
ain't went through the
everything's good,
lifestyle,
that
right?
sounds like control. It sounds like the new wife is trying to control
It sounds like she
his
jealous of the
money.
ex-wife.
Yeah, it sounds like she's trying to control his money and she trying to find out low key. Honestly, it sounds like she low key trying to find out are they still messing around. I'm just trying to find out why he's sending you this money. What is this for? It don't matter what it's for. I got 5 kids by him.
Girl, I would have been like, girl, don't you ever question my phone. Get off
Right.
my line. Get
If
off
he's
my line.
if within himself he decides my ex-wife with 5 children, this is how I want my children to
Right.
live, then I'm going to provide this for my ex-wife because this is what she needs to make sure that my children have the life that they deserve or the life that they would have if I was there in the home. I call that responsible parenting.
I do too.
I
Uh,
call that responsible parenting.
Ex-wife said, but ease your mind. Those accounts are connected to our Schwab account. New wife said, get the, she said, the F, she said, the F. So wait a minute. Y'all still have F and joint account?
Did she?
He didn't tell this woman nothing.
Mm.
Okay, but why they going back and forth with one another?
It
They
sounds like it sounds like some good co-parenting happening. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like the wife is jealous because she didn't know. If they still have joint accounts, they're still able to work their money the way they're working it, and the kids are still. She got 5 kids,
right.
man. That's a lot of damn kids. She ain't no mama. She a big mama. Like that's
You
a
big
big mama.
mama.
Yeah, like you
Right.
got 5. You done laid up and had 5 kids by what? I remember my daughter's dad, he had 6 kids when we met. And I remember telling him, yo, you had 6 kids by this woman. That's where you supposed to be. Like, why are
Right.
you here with me? Like, I don't understand. Like, you really gotta want to be here when
Right.
you had time to make 6 kids with one woman. That's a lot of damn time of connecting. Six
Yeah.
children, think about it. It take 9 months, 10 months, actually, 40 weeks to make a baby.
Well, he
That's
was
10
married. I don't
months.
know how long he was married to this the this first wife, but he was married. I guess they were married, made the 5 kids. They got divorced, and now he remarried this new woman
And then got a baby with her, got
and now
one with
has a baby.
her.
But remind you, I think the ex-wife said he's 19 years her senior. So I
Yeah.
don't know how old this new wife is, but we know that the man is
She baby
19.
making age.
Yeah, well, we know that he's 19 years her senior. So, um, Mama said cat fight. Mama said ex-wife knows how to push her buttons. Super Pat said, but he has some blame in the matter. He needs to open up everything to the new wife, or he gonna lose. Absolutely, I think he has some blame in the matter as
See
well.
that? Okay, I'm a little funny on that statement. He needs to open up Because what is she requiring?
I
What
mean,
is
if
she
if
requiring
I'm
from
gonna put my
him?
money in a joint account and that
But
joint
that's the
account
thing. You
happens to
waited until he required you to put your money into a joint account to find out about this. Like you just now finding out. Like I don't. That don't make sense to me. Like what when y'all got in the relationship or when y'all established, okay, we're gonna be husband and wife. Do
yeah.
we not have a joint account? Do we not together not have a joint account like within
No,
our marriage?
I get what you're saying, but I think she was just added to this account. From what I gathered, she was just added to this account. Because let's
I
go
get
back.
that, but I'm saying
Let's
I
go back
understand.
to the
I feel
beginning.
that he should. I feel that he should have. I feel like he should have told her about the account before he added her to the account.
No, that's I'm with you. I think he should have absolutely told her about the
But
account.
just to for me to have, if I'm a man and I'm dwelling in my own power, in my own manhood, and I
Mm-hmm.
meet a woman, and let's say we work out, everything's going well, and then we end up this turns into marriage, and I got 6 different accounts.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to now sit down with my new wife with all 6 of my accounts that I had before we got married or before and be like, this count is for this count is for this count is for this count. As a married unit, I need to understand what does it take as the man anyway. I need to understand what does it take for me to manage this household? What does it
I
take for me to be the king of my castle?
Yeah,
Okay, so
but
I
you don't
need
think that
$4,000.
you don't think he should have probably had a conversation with his new wife like, hey, I mean, he did tell her once they got into the argument, like, yeah, she needed the money. So instead of me having to go back to court and maybe paying out more money, yeah, I paid this money because I don't want to have to go back to court and possibly pay double of what they probably are going to charge me.
I feel like he should have said that before he gave her access to the account.
No,
I
I
feel
agree with you.
like, yeah,
I
I
think
feel
they
like
should
to
have probably
tell
had that
her,
conversation. I think they probably should have had that conversation when he got, well, she said she just noticed it in October. I don't know how long this has actually been going on where he's been sending her. But I don't see it as a bad thing because those are his children. He does have
right.
other obligations prior to you.
I just
So
feel like he doesn't have to give her that information unless it's needed because now you're kind of like giving information that you're not privy to about the ex-wife. Like maybe the ex-wife don't want this wife knowing how much money she's making or she's pulling in from, you know what I'm saying? Like you still, I just
the
feel like there's,
ex-wife may not want to make, but I mean, the other wife is legally married. So
yeah, I
he
get it, but as the ex-wife, like for me, we would all have to have a conversation. Like, I don't want you just telling your new wife things about me. If we're not friends, we don't hang out. I'm not giving her my information. I'm not telling her my personal business.
But
I
it
don't
seems like
want.
they were. It seems like they were kind of. They were cordial. Like they had a
She just
good
said
co-parenting.
she just said they respecting each other. She ain't say we best friends. She ain't
Yeah.
say we hanging out. She ain't say we checking each other's accounts. I'm not writing checks to you, and you ain't writing checks to me. I'm not pulling up with you in the car when I roll up to the ATM machine. I'm just saying, for me as the ex-wife, some. I still would want some amount of privacy if that's something that we discussed prior to. I get it if it comes out and now you have to give your new wife access to this account, then yeah, discuss with your ex-wife, but y'all work that out. Ex-wife don't have no basis to reach out to new wife to add. I don't care what y'all relationship is about. Your problem is with your husband.
No, I agree with that
And
part.
y'all deal with that first. Don't
So,
don't come at me for nothing.
getting back to the letter, right? So she said yes, but it's nothing shady. We have custodial Ross for each child. Didn't y'all set one up for for I guess their child? No, I don't even know what that is. This is what the new wife says. Girl,
See that new wife is new wife. Yeah. Nah, this is all new. New wife sent you this letter. Yeah. I hope this is a lesson for her, cause yeah, baby girl.
so the ex-wife was like, okay, calm down. Clearly it's time for you to have a heart to heart
Yeah.
and discuss things that's making
Which
you
yeah,
uncomfortable.
yeah,
Coming to me was a bad idea. I'm sure this conversation only made things worse now.
yeah.
D responds well to the soft approach. Just be sweet and gentle, and he will tell you everything. But if you let your anger win and approach him aggressively, he will shut down. Maybe a nice dinner and some good head. But wait,
Right.
so he is in a deep sleep, and then wake him up for some good. That is not her giving the new wife
She giving
relationship.
a, hey, take it, girl. Take it, girl. Take them tips, honey.
Not her giving her
Yes,
relationship.
honey. Give her the game, sis. Put her in the
Not her giving
game.
her relationship
I
about her.
love
Wait
it.
a minute. That now, baby. If you gonna be petty, that's how you be petty.
Girl, no, she putting her own game. She like, listen, you not supposed to stop nothing, so build your own.
She said, "Ha! When you wake up beside him, bend forward and give him head with your back to him. Open your throat and don't gag, and you can get a lot
Listen,
more going that direction because of his curve." And the new wife said, "Bye. This is not a game to me. I don't understand why he married me, but clearly." Me or my child isn't getting the treatment that he gives you and your children.
but why would you expect that? How long have they been married? Like that stuff comes with years of trust, and you know what I'm saying? Like you can't expect somebody to come in giving you. If they was married, if he, they ain't no telling how long he was married. They was married long enough to have 5 kids.
Yeah,
That's
and she
literally your person.
And she told the ex-wife, she said, "All due respect, please don't reminisce about how you please my husband. I think I know how to handle him, which is partly why we are married now. Thank you. But girl, he still ain't telling you everything. So I mean,
Right.
how's that working out for
Right.
you?"
Because you sound like the side chick with the baby, actually.
I'm just
She
saying.
sound like the live-in side chick
Like, how
that
is
got a baby.
that working out? Baby Rock said the issue is why he felt it necessary to keep that information away from the new wife. This should have been discussed at the beginning. Super Pat says she better set up that legal trust now.
Right,
Why
Super
you say
Pads.
that, Super
No,
Pat?
right. Get it set up, honey.
And
Cause if he got sense enough to do it for 5 more, her one ain't gonna kill nothing. Her one ain't gonna cost him too much more.
Super Pat said if he dies or is incapacitated, what happens? New wife is the executor. Okay. Now I get what he's saying. Meaning she'll take over those accounts and then I don't where would that leave the
It
ex-wife?
depends on where they are. It depends on where they are. If they in it depends if they're in a community property state, whoever he's living with or whoever his legal wife is gets all of that. If he was married to that other lady more than 10 years, then listen, child, I done learned a whole bunch of shit going through what my mom, all this, I done learned a whole bunch of shit. But if you have to be married to a person for 10 years or more to be entitled to a portion of their estate. So if there was a marriage that lasted over 10 years, then yeah, it's possible. And it is possible that their marriage lasted over 10 years, being that they got 5 kids together. But not necessarily the ex-wife would not be entitled necessarily. It just depends, and then it depends on, does he have a trust, does he have a will, what does the will and trust say, what's the
Yeah.
final, what are the final. But the ex-wife, no, it just depends on what they put in the forms, how they write it up.
Okay,
So
so there's another part to this because she also sent me the ex-wife, the threads between her and the ex-husband. You ready for this?
oh Lord, oh, I said she the side chick, she really the side chick that married him.
No, this is the ex-wife. She said, "Just
Okay.
know your wife is on my line interrogating me about the Navy Federal
Oh
account."
Lord. Okay.
He said, "What?" She's and then the ex-wife responded, "She sees the transfers going into the children's accounts." She also said she asked you about it and y'all argued and left and you left. Is that any way to treat your new wife? Did you go cheat on her too?
Oh Lord.
Wait a minute.
Ex-wife petty too.
Yeah. Ex-wife said, "Get your castle together, King." She is upset, feeling like she is second place. Her ex-husband said, "Bro, I don't have time for this. What did you say to her?" Ex-wife said, "I told her to talk to you." He said, bro, what the F you tell her my business? Ex-wife said, excuse me? You have business that your wife is excluded from. Oh my, how am I supposed to know that you didn't tell your
But
wife
she didn't
your
tell him
business?
her business. She didn't tell her his business. She just
Right.
told her to go talk to your husband. Why you coming to me?
Right. And I was just trying to help you out. He said, you know what the F you doing. Stop uh inciting ish. Um and then the ex-wife responded and said, I heard you said that I can take you to court and get double. I just might have to explore that option.
See, new wife need to shut.
Yeah, shit,
New wife, oh my gosh. I
the,
hope you watching this, honey. New wife, I
the
hope you watching
The
this.
ex-husband responded and said, B, you got me effed up. I swear to God, don't play with me. Uh, she said, just know when I send this sticker, I'm on my poo shiesty ish, and you better give me
Listen,
whatever I ask for, or I will tell her all of your business, laughing my ass off. You messed up trying to use my good name to on you, lie to your wife. And he said, I effing hate you. And she did the barbecue.
listen, listen. Fellas,
Oh, baby,
slow
excuse.
down. I just want to get to know you.
That thing is
Listen, fellas, y'all better slow down, man. I know these girls be looking good and that pretty round thing look good to you. I feel it. But baby, you might end up with one of these, honey, because mama is playing no games. She said, you gonna gimme, gimme, gimme. Cause you got 5 kids. Like, I don't think people really, I don't think people really understand what it means to have 5 kids.
right. Yeah, no, I don't think they do.
Like, people really don't tap into who you have to be.
I
What type of
clearly,
woman you have to be to deal with 5 of them motherfuckers. Excuse my language.
yeah,
5.
five babies. Whew.
But wait a minute. That's just dealing with them motherfuckers. You carry them bitches for 10 months if you make it.
Yeah,
Some women, I mean, God forbid if one of those was a preemie or one of them were born too early and you done sat in the doggone NICU for 3 months waiting on the lungs to develop. Like nobody's
yeah,
really like when you really start to dissect what it really means to be a mother. Like
uh,
nobody really paid. Like Mother's Day ain't shit. That's one day. Mother's Day ain't nothing. Like go sit down.
yeah.
You gonna honor me for a day? Nobody has. Like I remember my son had sinus issues, and I remember my mom blowing in his nose and the snot coming, blowing in his mouth and the snot coming out of his nose and landing on her chin.
Mm.
And I was thinking to myself, she was like, I used to do y'all like that all the time. I'm like, what the hell kind of mother are you?
Oh
Like,
my.
I'm not blowing snot on my face from my child's nose. Like, people don't realize the gruesome and the grossness of what it takes to really be a mother and to have to do that 5 times simultaneously. That's a
Ooh.
lot. So yes, a dude really need. You have 5 kids with a woman, and you're saying I'm not going to be in that household. She deserves every penny, every dime that you got coming because 5 times. That mean I sleeping in. I'm just my daughter's 17. I'm just now getting to the point to where I don't have to wake up this morning to make sure she gets up for school.
Right, right, right. She's
You
old
got
enough.
5 of them. You got 5. You got to visit 5 beds in the morning to get 5 kids up.
And she said one of them is under 2 years old.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. No. That's yeah.
yeah,
I'm sorry. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at old wife. I'm not mad at her. I raised 2. I
yeah.
couldn't even imagine at 2. After my second one, I was like, listen, tie these tubes or I'll be looking for you.
You say you.
Baby, you better tie them, burn them, clip them,
You
throw them
say you
away.
better do
Baby, I
something.
will hunt you. I will be on vacation with you. You will be my new. I told my doctor, my gyno, when I had my daughter, you'll be my new
Hmm.
baby mama. I'll be following everywhere. I'll be everywhere you go.
You
Because
said,
tired of these motherfuckers. My son and my kids wasn't even hard. So imagine some of these kids. Yeah, I'm with you. She had fun. Soup had, what is it? Soup had 28. Yeah, she had fun making those 5 kids. But you don't get to have fun raising them by
yeah.
yourself in the household by
Hey,
yourself. Hey, hey, that's not a glamorous life unless you literally are just leaving them with somebody, got somebody else taken care of, which there are mothers out there that do that.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, yeah, I ain't mad at baby. I ain't mad at new old mom. I ain't mad at her. Get your paper, sis, because for every time you can't sit in the bathroom by yourself, for every moment you can't come home, you got to sit in the car and sneak that you stopped and bought you Popeyes.
They eat it in the car so don't
Right,
be up
because a
your
five
asses for
dollar
none of
box,
your
you would have had
damn
to buy
Popeye
6 of them
chicken.
$5 boxes to feed. Yeah, no, no. I'm not mad at her, and I feel like husband really, if he was going to give new wife access to that account, he should have told her, hey, you might see some things you don't like,
Well,
and he
she should
should have.
mind her damn business. That's what she should do. It
She
ain't none
shouldn't
of
have
her
reached out
business.
to baby mama. Yeah, I
But
mean, don't reach out to the other woman. Don't do
FA,
it.
welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker. We
Hey,
have been
SA.
chatting about we got a situation from one of our folks, our dysfunctional family members. I'm asking if this new wife was out of pocket for confronting the ex-wife because the ex-husband is sending her additional money. So I'll do a quick rundown for the new folks because this is a lot we just unpacked in 45 minutes. So it says, hey, can you talk? This is the new wife. Ex-wife said, no, I'm in a meeting. This is the new wife. Respectfully, I want to ask why D is sending you an additional 2K every month. This is in addition to the alimony and child support payments. I try my best to stay out of y'all business, especially when it comes to the kids, but I am now noticing that he's been sending payments via Zelly since last October. $997 is going to one account and 1,007 is going to another account, and both payments are labeled with the ex-wife's name. Hold on, because I gotta go to another screen because this was sent to me, FA, and it was broken up into bits and pieces, so I have to read it like that. He added me to this account in March this one. And when I asked him about it last night, he just said, my ex wife needs the money. And I didn't question it because if she takes me to court, she can double that amount. And again, I'm not trying to be intrusive, but we are married and my money is going in this account as well. So I'm just trying to understand what these payments are actually for because it's, FA left? Okay. Because it's not in the court order or he trying to give extra through the order. He just sending it directly to you. Hold on, because this all runs together. I apologize. Directly to you. I never knew about it. He acted almost like it was none of my business. So we argued and he left. And then the ex-wife said, oh wow, he's sending me money. You sure it's me? And then the new wife said, yes, he's sending it from a Navy Federal or two separate Navy Federal accounts, and the recipient name is your name and number. So that's the first part of that. Um, so hold on, let me go to.
He sounds like a good dad.
I mean, they got 5 kids, like you said. Do you know how much it costs to raise 5 kids? And then the new wife said, I mean, these are big amounts. They're reoccurring payments, and you're not receiving the money. Hold on, I'm bringing you back on. She said, hello. She said, this is the ex. I see the payments. So the new wife is like, okay, and the ex-wife is like, and what? She said, seriously, what is going on? Why is my husband sending you money This is not a small expense, and we have a child too. What's going on? She said, we have five. Do you know how much five kids cost to raise? LOL. All right, FA. That is what a big row. Welcome
The
to Discussions
Jets.
with Didi Parker. That is the gist, because I got 13 pages of this. Um,
Damn.
yeah, it's a lot more. But that is the gist. So was this new wife out of pocket for confronting the ex-wife?
100% out of
Okay.
pocket. She 100% out of pocket. I think the husband should be a little embarrassed that he don't have more control over his wife.
Stop.
Because I always look at the man. I would be like, why do your wife feel comfortable reaching out to your baby mother?
Yeah.
You didn't create boundaries and establish that we don't do certain things, or is your household the Wild Wild West and she can do whatever she wants? 'Cause that's out of pocket. Two, I think it's kind of out of pocket for him to be sending her an additional $2,000. But this is what I will say. I just think this, I want women to know this is a good example of the hypocrisy. It'd be all good until it's somebody you love. So, like, you'll hear women cheering for these high amounts of child support when it's the friend gaining this money. But now, when it's the newfound girlfriend or the new wife, now all of a sudden she's reasonable. She's like, yeah, why are you sending all this money? It don't require this much money. You see what I'm saying? It just be so
Hmm.
funny. But if that same new wife, if one of her girlfriends was in that same predicament, she wouldn't be saying, you need to give some of that money back. That's too much money you're taking from him. But now that she in a situation, she can have reasonableness saying that she think that that's too much money. But that's something he should be discussing. It's so funny 'cause my people's. I sent my baby mother $100 on Mother's Day, and she had been drinking. She was
Why
like, "You
you
sent her
laugh about that though, Effie? That was nice of
because
you.
no. I wasn't saying I'm laughing at it because my wife was like, uh, she was tipsy, so she was like, "You sent her $100." I was like, yeah, nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah, $100. So
Yeah.
she was like, oh, why you do that? I'm like, why not? 'Cause I was like, what do we? I was upset when you were questioning me in the moment. Like, what are we talking about? It's $100. Like, it's not no money. That ain't no money. So what are we talking about? If I gave her $10, would you be tripping off that? So there it is. Now, I don't have an issue. I'm only saying that to say I don't necessarily have an issue with him sending her extra money if he sees fit. don't like
Stop.
the I don't like the reason. See, he really motivated to send that much money because that ex-wife has power over him. She's actually exercising, in my opinion, she's exercising the manipulative power that she has over him because he said it himself. I send this money because if I don't, I will end up paying double in child support. So a
Okay.
lot of times these women know that. You know what I mean? And these men, I'm sure you don't want to send that money, but because the court system may be unjust and the ruling of how much you would have to give her, she got like this leverage over him. So he almost kind of gotta concede to whatever that she wants, unless he wants to pay, that amount of money that he clearly don't want to pay. And if he given an additional $2,000, God knows what the child support order would be.
Okay, so she continues on. So the new wife said, "You know, I respect you and I appreciate our relationship. However, we cannot afford this. And honestly, if we could, I
Weak.
don't." Huh?
No, I'm
What you say,
laughing.
Efe?
But no, I'm
Oh,
just
we
laughing. Go
cannot
ahead.
afford
Yeah, that
this.
is pretty funny.
And honestly, if we could, I don't find it necessary or appropriate for him to send you money behind my back. The ex wife responded and said, well, apparently he has been affording it without your knowledge and without any significant changes to the lifestyle he provides you and your one child.
Right.
You only know about it because you can see it. This is not my problem to
That's
address.
what makes it about control.
Your frustration should be directed towards your husband.
I agree. I just don't think the baby mama has should be. Listen, I think they both wrong. I don't like neither one attitude, and I think that the wife is wrong because she from more wrong because she shouldn't even been saying nothing to the baby mama in the first place. So all this would have been eliminated if she would have never said nothing in the first place because she need to be addressing her husband. And
Yes.
and I believe if they married, then that money that she's giving to her is still rightfully so. That is his wife money too, right? To
Because
a
it's
certain
going in a
degree.
joint account.
Yeah.
No, because they married,
Cause they
and
married.
they
Okay.
married, then that's her money too. So,
Yeah.
obviously, I don't think she's saying that he don't want to take care of her kids. I don't even want to go down that road, but I think she shouldn't be talking to the baby mother at all. But I also don't. But the baby mom, but the wife done set herself. See, the wife set herself up to be able to have to take whatever that baby mother tell her because she shouldn't be talking to her in the first place.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
she say a slick comment like he been paying it behind your back this whole time anyway, so clearly he can afford it, she got to eat that
And then
because
you still
one,
eating, you still good.
Yeah.
right, and she
You
got to
ain't
eat
missing
that
nothing.
because she
Yeah.
shouldn't have been talking that. But I ain't got no problem with a wife saying. She should be talking to her husband. See what happens when you allow women to go off and make decisions on their own
Oh
without
gosh,
in
Efe.
emotions. No, I'm
Okay.
saying this is out
Okay.
of
Listen.
emotion.
Don't start
She's
with
out
all
of
that.
act, but
Don't
she,
start with all that. Don't start with all that.
but you
You was
know
off
this
to a good
girl.
start.
But look, you
You
know
was
this
off to a
girl is
good
acting
start.
out of. You know this wife is acting out of emotion. She's acting out of what you call territory. She wants to mark her territory, and she don't like that her husband is sending this woman this amount of money.
I agree with you. I
So
agree
it's
with you
all
on
of
that.
those
But that has
things.
nothing to do with the fact that women can't make decisions by themselves and all of our decisions are based on emotion. That's not necessarily true.
Well, I ain't mean
And
to
y'all got
say
to
all.
stop pushing that narrative. That's
I'm
not
being a
always
little
true.
facetious. Well, I'm
It's
being a
not.
little facetious, but
Okay.
what I'm saying, I am being a little facetious, but what I am saying is it happens all too often, and this is just
But
yet
Efe,
another countless another example of she should not have been even interacting with that baby mother,
At
and
all.
that at all
Tasha
that should have been something that she should have been discussing with her husband.
Tasha
But you
said
know
when
what
she
I'm
was a
seeing in between the lines
mm,
that we haven't addressed?
what's that?
Baby mama said to him, go deal with your wife before I start telling all your business.
Oh,
So
she said that to the baby daddy or the ex
yeah,
husband.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you kept
So she
reading,
manipulative. She
yeah, like the
manipulative.
more you like, the more that's why, that's the
Well,
reason why I said what I
there is
said.
there is more to the story because baby daddy is down low, undercover.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes, he is. He yeah, that's the
Yeah.
reason why him and the ex-wife got divorced cuz he
That's
cheated
why
on her.
that's why he's sending money.
He cheated
But
on her
how
with
she
the
don't know that though?
she
She
cheated on
probably do. She
him
probably
with a
do.
man. No, she does not know this part of
She
the
wouldn't be
past yet.
holding it over her head if she knew.
Yeah.
She knows
Tasha
something. She
said
sent you this message.
Tasha said
No, she just
uh
don't got no self control. Go ahead.
Tasha said Efe, which one is the bottom feeder?
Neither one. Both of them was he was married to the baby mother, right?
Yeah, he was married to the ex-wife and he's married to this new lady.
Well, neither one of them about him feeder.
Okay. Super
Neither
Pat
one
said
of
so
them.
if hubby told new wife none of your business, don't question me, let me lead. So that's what Super Pat is saying. Should he had said that to her? So should the
I don't know about the let me lead. I think you don't need to say that because leaders don't say stuff like that. What you would say is, "Hey, listen, it's your wife, so you can say, hey, listen, I'm sending this bread because, unfortunately, the judicial system would have me paying. I mean, not the judicial system, but the family court would have me paying even more. So I'm kind of
But he
got my
explained
hands
that to the
tied.
new wife and she just still didn't like the answer. They got into a whole
Well,
argument
then there's
and
not. Oh, well, then there's nothing to discuss. And you
well,
gotta
he
stop
explained
marrying.
it when they got into the argument. So the new wife said, "Can you tell me the arrangement you have made with him to get him to agree to this?"
So
So the
let me tell y'all what the game is. At this point, new wife knows that something is smelling bad and something ain't right. So she reached out to the old wife to really get the deets on what's really going on
no,
because she wasn't getting it from
she
him.
has pressed the new wife on details in regards to his
But
sexuality,
but that's what I'm
and the
saying.
ex-wife won't give up the information.
But see,
Right,
that's what I'm saying. That's why the ex-wife keep telling her you need to go talk to your husband. That's why the
right.
ex-wife keeps sending her back to the source. Because you trying to get me, you thinking we these sisters, we're sister
Yeah.
girls, we're sister
Yeah.
wives, because now we
Yeah.
got kids by the same man. No, honey, I'm loyal to him because he's taking care of these kids. I'm not loyal to you. My loyalty is not to you. And you
Yeah.
trying to get me to tell you his business when he's your husband. He the
No,
one
he's
should be
sending me this
telling you his
money.
business.
Say that, not taking care of his kids, but sending me this money. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
Tasha said, but Fa, the husband has a valid reason why he's sending the money, and this arrangement is
It's not a
possible.
violent reason. It's not
Well,
violent.
no. So it says. So the ex-wife said, "Do you know your husband's annual income, including his investments and shares? Have you read our prenup post-nuptial agreement?" The new wife said, "Post-nuptial agreement?" Question mark. She
No,
said,
that
"She said yes. Talk to your husband so he can educate you."
no,
Yeah.
none of that
Um,
got to do with none of that got nothing to do with listen, the key words is extra. Extra means we have an agreement. We had an agreed amount of money, and now I'm giving you extra.
okay.
So it is not reasonable because it's extra. Then if y'all have an agreed upon amount, then my agreed upon amount is already incorporating the
Well,
money
maybe
that I
I think
make.
they had a agreed upon amount, and then like when I read earlier, um, he said that she needed the ex-wife said she needed the money, so he didn't question it. He just gave her the extra
No,
money.
he questioned it. He probably didn't question her. What he did was he realized that she got the power in the courtroom. And if she decides that she really wants to go back to court and make a big fuss about it, and I might end up paying a lot more than I'm paying right now. So what it is, and she knows that. She knows that. That's why he was smart. Don't get me wrong. It was probably smart for him to go ahead and give her this extra money for a little while. Maybe it
It
won't be
was
so long
easier.
term. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
say no easier. It's smart because if I'm giving you $2,000 extra, but if I go to court, they make me pay you $5,000 extra. It's smarter for me to give you this two than have to give you an extra five.
Mm.
And it's
You know what I
easier.
mean? It
Reason
saved
why I
me
say it's
money.
easier because he's not having to go to court, pay lawyer fees, take off of
Oh,
work,
okay,
sit in court.
possibly.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay,
easier.
yeah, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, maybe.
Tasha said, hold on, hold on. Super Pat said, "How long till alimony payments end? They don't go on forever." And Tasha said, "They
In
don't
some
sound
places it do. They
Depends.
just ended it in Florida. It used to be lifetime in Florida. They just
It
ended it.
depends.
It
It
used to be
depends.
our life. Most states is 5 years though. Most states
mm.
is 5 years.
And Tasha said they don't sound like manipulation. The ex-wife said this money is going into a joint account for the kids' custodial IRA, and maybe those accounts aren't in the in the child
So hold
support.
on. So then you can't say, but Didi just said earlier that she needed the money. You putting money in
Well,
IRAs is not a
that's
need.
what the ex-husband is saying, that she said she needed the
Right.
money.
Okay.
So
That's
Well,
why I say
Tasha,
it sounds like
well,
that's the reason
sis,
why I'm
that's
saying it
not
sounds like the
need.
husband is hiding more and the ex wife is keeping his secret. Now, if new wife is watching this, now she done found out because we just out here just putting his business out in the street.
yeah.
But she had to know something. You don't call. Let me tell you something. You do not pick up a phone. A woman does not pick up the phone to call another woman if she does not suspect something.
So
Okay.
you
Uh,
saying
Well, I'm sure that
she
nobody
so you
she's
saying
does.
she.
she
Know what I'm saying? She
A
suspected
human doesn't.
something.
That.
Yeah,
so you
I'm
Yeah.
think
not fixing. I'm not fixing to pick up the phone and call
Well, yeah,
another
if you see your
woman.
husband sending an extra $2,000 to your
Yeah, like
ex-wife,
something
you
is
probably thought he
suspected.
was fucking her. He probably thought he was fucking her. He
Or she
probably
could have
thought he was
found something
sleeping with
else.
her.
'Cause it sounds like she trying to ask her some questions that, you know, he need to be answering.
Tasha said the new wife says she don't even know what it is.
Well, what is?
Yeah, well, what is, Tasha? I'm confused by that too. Yeah, this I don't know. I think
Well, it's
the
clearly, it's multiple things that then. I'm not saying that the ex-wife is a bad person, right? Because I don't really know why she's moving. She may be. moving because she actually cares about the ex husband, and like in a sense, like, yeah, we're not married together, but I still got love for you, and I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna throw you completely under the bus. Or
Oh no, you
it
didn't
could
hear the did you hear the text message exchange with the baby daddy? And
no.
okay, let me run that back because there
Hold
is a
on.
text.
Where did you get those? Where did you get you got
Somebody,
those threads from the ex-wife, then the
the
husband?
ex-wife sent me everything, yes.
So the
Um
ex-wife is the one who sent you this whole thing.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Um, so this is how the threads go between the ex-husband and ex-wife. Ex-wife said, "Just know your wife is on my line interrogating me about the Navy federal accounts." He said, "What?" She sees the transfers going on to the children's accounts. She also said she asked you about it and y'all argued and you left. Is that any way you treat your new wife? Did you go cheat on her too?
Oh,
Hold
now
on.
she being messy. Go ahead.
She said,
Now
"Get your
she
castle
doing too much.
together, King." She is upset and feeling like she's second place. He said, "Bro, I don't have time for this. What did you say to her?"
Yeah.
Uh, the ex-wife said, "I told her to talk to you." He said, "Bro, why the f you tell her my business?" She said, "Excuse me. You have business that your wife is excluded from? Oh my, how am I supposed to
Yeah,
know that you didn't
he
tell
set
your
that
wife
up.
your
He
business?"
Yeah.
set himself
That's
up
all
on
his
that
fault.
one.
Yeah, that's all his fault.
Yeah, he set
Um,
himself up with that one.
he said, "You know what the f is going on. Stop insinuating ish." She said, "I heard you said that I can take you to court and get double. I might just have to explore that option."
Yeah.
Look, I told you she was manipulative. I did not tell her without me knowing. I told you that this girl was manipulative and she was holding that shit over his head.
Mhm.
He said, B, you got me effed up. I swear to God, don't play with me. Don't play with people when they say don't play with them, because they might just try to kill you over some craziness. I done seen enough investigation Discovery Child, especially since if they don't want to be on this. Um, she said, "Just know when I send you this sticker, I'm on my Pooh Shiesty ish, and you better never give me what you you better wait, and you better give me whatever I ask for, or
Oh
I will
my
tell
God.
all of your business." Laughing my
Oh
ass
yeah.
off.
He
Oh
So
set
yeah.
you
himself
messed
up
up
Yeah.
big
trying to
time.
use my good name to lie to your
Yeah,
wife,
yeah, yeah.
and he said,
Both of them fucked up.
I effing hate you."
He a manipulative motherfucker and he's an idiot.
Pretty much.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot. This nigga talking to her like he got leverage.
Yeah.
Like she don't got the trump card on you. Like she can't mess up your whole life. You better
Yeah.
shit.
She finna go get some more money.
Yeah, she
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 goofy.
she got the
You might as
she
well live in
she.
his truth now. Just let people know, nigga. Okay,
Yeah.
I like getting hit
Yeah.
by
Um,
strange men.
but he
Bring it
keeps
on
getting
out.
it. But he keeps getting married to women now.
Huh?
But he keeps getting married to women now.
They call
I
them
mean, he might be
beards.
he bisexual.
They call them what? Tam?
Beards.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what that is. So he not
Call
bi.
Um.
them
He's not
beards.
bi. That
They
don't mean
call
he
them
bi.
beards.
Oh, the women. They call the women
Yeah, they
beards.
call the women beards.
Oh
Oh, they dumb.
no.
No, there are women who date men to hide the fact that the man is gay. That's a real thing.
But they don't. But these women don't know.
There
No.
are
No,
women
these
who
women
know.
The
don't know. No,
ex-wife.
I'm talking about in this scenario. These
The
women don't
ex-wife
know.
Oh,
had. The ex-wife had no idea. She didn't
Yeah,
know
she
until
found
she.
out.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
caught him
yeah.
cheating. Yeah.
Just like the
And
new one don't know.
but the new wife heard, because she has kids with the husband, and she has some kids that are old enough to understand what is going on, and overheard the kid calling the daddy gay. So then she confronted the ex-wife like, "I keep hearing such and such call the daddy and say that he's gay. What's going on?" And she refused to tell the information. She's like, "That's not my
somebody
place to
knows
tell."
some. Somebody knows some.
Well,
She
baby, well,
knows. She's
listen,
not
baby.
telling.
She was dumb. It don't matter. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Like, see, this is the level of idiocy. Like, how much proof do you need, wife? You got your kids calling your husband gay. You got your ex-wife. You asking her a direct question, and she's saying, "Talk to him." That is an admission. Let me ask you this: ain't a woman on this planet that I used to deal with that if a woman came to them and said, "Do Hefe like to play on both sides. There ain't no woman gonna ever say, "Go ask his girl." They ain't gonna say that. Okay, I ain't
Yeah.
never been
That's not the
confused.
answer for that question.
That is not the answer
It was
because it
That's
is
not
an
the
answer.
answer. The
yeah, but
answer
Mama
It
is
used
is
to go
hell
ask
facts.
that
no. No,
It,
person. Yeah,
ain't no way.
yeah.
No, if you
exactly.
no, that's the answer. Not go talk to
Exactly.
him. That's not my place. That's not my place. It's not my it that's not my place. It's not my business is a clear
Indicator.
indication
You're
that
right.
That's what they doing.
something's
Yeah.
going on.
So for
So
Um,
the wife just stupid. I mean, like I
Mama
said,
said,
she's a
I agree. She was snooping for something.
yeah,
Tasha
she was
said,
looking for something.
Tasha said she don't know what the custodial Roth is. But I think the new wife jealous. It sounds like she's jealous. Mama said he got some
I don't
secrets
think
you
she's
don't.
jealous. I don't think
I
she's
think
Yeah,
jealous. I
it
I
think
think
she's
she's jealous.
unaware. Jealous of what? I think that she feel disrespected
She's
by her
definitely jealous
husband.
that the ex wife is still getting the money. She want
I
I don't
all
don't
of
think
it.
that's jealousy. I think that's disrespect.
I
Why
don't
you
feel
think?
like she jealous. I feel like she
Yeah.
wants control that she doesn't have. And
Right.
now
And that
she's
made me,
faced with
yeah.
the fact that she doesn't have this control. She thought she was number one. She thought she was wifey status.
Yeah.
And
No,
oh,
she
this is
is
his
number
old wife.
She
And
is number
you
one. She's
still,
still number one.
I mean, she could to a certain degree.
No,
No, but
fully. You
she
number
even
one. You
in
that
the
girl, the
text
ex-wife.
message
You just
threads
getting
though.
money.
Yeah, but
We
to a certain degree, you sending money somewhere else that I don't know nothing about. You
But that
hiding
don't mean you're
things.
not number one. That's still that
No,
girl's an
she even
ex-wife.
said in the text message threads that she feels like that she's not the her and
No,
her
I know,
child
I
are
know,
not the
I know,
main
no, I know,
priority.
I know. I don't listen to women in their emotions, right? I'm sure she may feel us a bunch of kind of ways, but what I'm saying is, in the literal world, she is number one. She is his wife. He's not with the wife, the previous wife, for whatever the reason. So she is not even in contention anymore. She's above a baby mama, but she's not relevant anymore. She's just an ex-wife. That don't hold no weight, and she get money. She gets his money,
But
but prostitutes get money.
but
So
new
what
Oh
that
wife
mean?
can't
God.
be number one if new wife don't know all of the stuff that
Oh,
old
I
wife
disagree with that.
knows.
I kind of disagree with that. I feel you a little bit, but I disagree with that. I don't think that. I think that there may be things that I can't control that old wife knows, but it is things that I could control that my new wife knows. You see what I'm
So let me
saying?
ask you this. Do you think that it makes sense to be in a marriage with
Yeah,
somebody in a marriage and
yeah,
call them, hold on, let me finish my point. Call them number one. This is my number one person. But there are people outside of my number one who know things
yeah,
about me that you don't have
yeah,
any information on.
yeah.
I don't
That,
consider that number one.
Yeah, that happens. That happens all the time. It's
Yeah,
niggas
I'm
that do
not going to
street
consider
shit.
that number one.
It's niggas that do street shit all the time that they don't go home and tell their wife about.
I'm kind of I
I
don't know.
mean, it's things that people know in the street about that he sometimes not knowing is protection.
I think
Is
a
you not
man,
knowing
if
it can
he's
be
been married
protection.
before, I think that first family is always going to be number one. It's
Yeah.
just
That's
a
good.
given. It's just a given.
When you
That
got
is
five kids with somebody, that's a lot of damn baby making.
you not number. I mean, okay, I'll agree to disagree. I don't see how you number one.
I mean,
You're not
clearly,
your ex-wife.
clearly he puts them on
You're
a
a single
pedestal
mom now.
because he didn't even tell his new wife. Why didn't
She's
he
not a
tell
single
his
mom.
new
Just
wife
because
about this?
she's not a single mom.
Yes, you are. What are you talking about?
Not if he's involved. Just because they not
That's
together
not what
does
a
not make
single.
her a
No,
single mom.
that's exactly what a single mom is. A single
No,
mother.
that's not. You
No,
know.
baby, Google it. Google it. A single
No,
mom
a
is an
single mom.
unmarried mother.
First off, no. Hold on. A single parent is someone who parents alone.
That's not what
Just
that means,
hold
baby.
on, hold on. Just because you are not in a relationship does not make you a single parent. I'm not with either one of my child's father, but I was not. There were times in my life that I was not a single parent. I
Can
was
I ask you a
not single
question?
parenting.
Can I ask you a question, Harlem? Do we go by how you define things, or do we go by the actual definition?
Oh gosh.
We go.
I'm just
We
asking
well.
a
Let me
question.
say
I'm just
this.
asking
Let
a
me let
question.
me answer your question like this. We should go by the way it works. I'm not single parenting if I'm not
The
picking this
way it
child up
works.
by myself.
Who
Let
determines
me
how it
explain it.
works?
Listen. If I'm not picking this child up by myself from school every day, if I'm not feeding these children by myself on a regular
Mom, Google it and
basis,
put the definition in the
that's
chat.
not
What? I'm
single
listening.
parenting. I'm just
Okay.
saying that's you can't claim. I can't.
That's just your
But
opinion.
no, 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 no. That's what I've lived in the past 3 years. I cannot say that I've been a single parent in the past 3 years. But
Okay,
I'm
I
not with
can.
my child's father.
I know, but I can.
No, you can't because my story is I had a whole husband that was there for my
Ooh.
child, that was taking care of my child, that was
Right.
feeding my child, that was picking
Okay.
her up. It didn't have to be her dad. It didn't have
Do
to
you
be.
know what? Do you know
That's
what
not single
single?
I
parenting.
have
You know what single? Do
I
you know
have
what
the
single means?
definition. I have the
Yeah.
Oh,
definition.
go ahead.
I
Go ahead. Go
googled the
ahead.
definition. Would you like me to read it?
Please.
A single parent is a individual who raises one or more dependent children without a spouse or a living partner in the household.
Thank
The
you. A
That's
status
not.
spouse is a
But that's.
husband, baby. A
But
spouse
that's what
is a
I'm saying.
husband.
That's still it. A spouse does not always have to
I
look
just
like a
told Lola,
husband.
I just
Somebody
told
can
you
stand. Somebody
unmarried.
can stand in a
it did say
position.
I say unmarried.
it said a living partner.
And a
Yeah.
living partner, no, listen, and a living partner is not talking about a boyfriend. They're talking about the LGBTQ community. They're trying to be inclusive by
But
saying
that's still
you
not
can
single
have another
parenting.
parent that's the same gender. That's what a living parent, what they're talking about. They're not talking about, my definition is what it is. A unmarried mother
So
is a
let me
single
ask you
mother.
this. Let me ask you a question, Heffy.
Yes,
Say
yes,
let's say me and my husband, we have children together. And this
yes.
is just hypothetically speaking.
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
and my husband, we have children together.
yeah. After
We
you get
have a
married.
huge we have after we're married, whether we're
Gotcha.
married or not. Parenting is parenting, married or not.
No, no, you
Parenting.
said husband.
Hold on. Okay, well husband, boyfriend,
Okay, that's two
whatever.
different, that's gonna give me two
It
different
doesn't
answers now.
matter.
Go ahead.
We decide we're not going to be in a relationship anymore.
You and your boyfriend.
Okay, me and the other parent. Okay,
Right,
let's
but
use
what's
that
our
word.
relationship
Hold
status
on. It
though?
doesn't matter. What if our relationship status is you do what you do, I do what we do, we come together and we raise these kids. I'm
Mm.
single, you're single, but
I
we
don't
come
care. I
together
just
and we
want.
raise these kids. I'm not a
I know.
single parent.
I
That's
don't
called
care if you have an open.
co-parenting.
No, I don't have an issue if you had an open relationship. I don't
But I'm
care. What I'm
saying that's
saying is you
co-parenting. That's not
legally married
single
or you not?
parenting.
All I'm asking is, are you legally married or you not legally married?
It doesn't
Period.
matter. We're
Okay.
co-parenting our children
Okay. Well, the
because we're
definition.
accountable and we're
But the
present and we're responsible for our children. That means
the
that I'm
the
no
the,
longer a
the,
single parent.
the definition proves that statement wrong.
Okay, let me read some
It
comments, y'all,
says
because y'all got a
spouse.
lot of
Spouse
comments.
is a
Hold on.
husband
It
or
also says
wife.
living partner. It also
Right,
says
and I told
living
you that's
partner.
talking about the LGBTQ community.
But partner is not sexualized. Partner can be unisex.
That's the
All right,
point.
hold on,
It's
y'all.
like all inclusive. But they're not
Hold
talking
on,
about
y'all. We got
boyfriend.
some comments. We got some comments.
You know what I mean?
Mama said
Or girlfriend.
he got some secrets he doesn't want to know. Tasha said, "Right, Mama." I call him confused. That's what Mama said. Mama said, "Wait until she finds out another alimony and child support to pay." Got you. What up? Got you, opening and Mama said, "It's for me to know and you to find out." Tasha said the new wife is jealous that there are arrangements that the ex-wife has for her kids, but she doesn't have for her child. Um, Super Pat laughed. Mama said he's paying off the ex to keep his secrets. Tasha said, right, she's number one, but she needs to stop comparing to
I
the
agree with
ex
that.
at
I
Harlem
agree with that.
Nights. Super Pat said it will cheaper, less stressful if he goes back to the ex-wife. Mama said it's
Probably.
called
Ex-wife
lying.
probably don't want them though, Super Pat.
Not
Yeah.
But
after she found out he
yeah, now that she
dipping
found
in
out,
the
yeah.
head.
Mama said she's a divorced mom. Google it. She is a
Yeah.
co-parent.
Yeah, that's a
Tasha said
different thing.
No,
basically
that's
the
wrong. We
ex-wife.
just Googled it. So
Tasha said basically the ex-wife is co-parenting in a one-parent household. Mama said you are co-parenting, not a single parent, divorced
Yeah.
no. All
parent.
right, so let me tell you where y'all
Yeah, that's
confused.
different.
Let me
It's
tell
not
you
the
where y'all
same.
confused. A co-parent is describing the relationship you have with your child's mother or father. That is what co-parent means. It describes the type of relationship you have. A single mother describes your marital status. Okay, so listen. This is what I want y'all to understand. When you file your taxes, it says single or married. It doesn't say boyfriend. It doesn't say an arrangement. It doesn't say none of that. It's either you single. or you're married. That's it.
So,
So
Hefe, we
hold on,
get
hold
what
on. Let
you're
me finish the
saying.
point. Let me.
No, we
Oh,
get what you're saying. We understand
I'm
that.
glad.
We,
Okay, so that's what a single mother is, and
I
a
mean,
single father.
but there's a different, like, okay, what I'm talking about, when you use the term single mom, when people use the term single mom, it is the meaning behind it that makes the single mom looks like she is completely by herself, doing things by herself. That is not
I don't think that. I
always
don't
the
think
case.
that.
But I'm
No, I
saying
don't think that.
it's the I'm what I'm saying is it's the context that the term single mom is used in. Yes, she's single
Yeah, well,
because hold on. Yes,
depending on the context that it's used, then I can understand where you're coming from if they're using it kind of in like a derogatory way. But that's not how I was using it. I'm saying, yeah, okay, yes, I agree that the social normal understanding of a word can be different based on how the
but
context is being used.
you kept saying unmarried, or just because you're not married does not make you single. It can make you
That's
single on paper.
exactly what make you
Hold on. It can make you single on paper. It can make you single on paper, but if somebody lives in my house, dwelling in my house, we're in a whole relationship. We are together in a relationship. I can't be out here in these streets hollering about I'm single.
No, you're inflating two different things. Single is an actual legal term.
I
You're
get
talking
that.
about okay then. So if you get it, then accept that you're actually single. Now, because you're not married. Now, if you want to say I have a relationship, although my status legally is single, let me ask you this: if you do your relate if God forbid, so, and I ain't gonna make it about you. If a person passes away that has the relationship that they described, that partner is entitled to anything that the other partner has.
It depends. Because
What is it?
now that's confusing. You oh, that's a whole nother big situation.
So a boyfriend or a girlfriend is entitled to things.
It depends on
What
where
does
you
it depend
live.
on?
I think it do depend on where you live
It
at.
depends because you have community
Listen.
state.
Okay,
Hold on, because you got
you talking
community
about common
property
law
states.
marriage? Okay, common
You
law
got
marriage.
okay
Okay,
now
under
if it's
normal states. On the normal states. How
yeah,
about that?
so
Under
like in a
normal
state
states.
like Georgia,
Yeah.
then no, it wouldn't. If you lose a
Okay.
domestic partner, if you lose a domestic partner and you guys have not
Been
written any
married.
wills, whether you're married or not, because their marriage is not the only thing. You can write a will, you can do
No,
a
no, no, no,
will,
no,
you
no,
can do a
no.
trust. I'm just
Marriage is
saying
default, though. Marriage
marriage
is
is, of course,
default.
marriage is default, but that's
Okay.
here in Georgia. If you go to another state, it's not the same thing. You can have common law.
Marriage is
There's
default everywhere. Marriage
mm-mm,
is default everywhere.
mm-mm. I
Listen,
promise you, Heffy.
Tasha
marriage.
said FA is explaining in the eyes of the court when you are divorced from the father, you are a single parent,
You
head of
are. I
household.
mean, there you
Mama
go.
said, I was asked, single, married, or divorced. And she said, no, they don't have any rights. And Ty said, yes, Georgia
Where
don't
will you
even
ask that
bring
at?
it to.
What form did you? I'm just curious, Mom. Where will you ask that at? Where they ask you, are you single, married, or divorced? Oh, is that on a dating app or something? Like, where's that at? I can see that
They
on
put
a
that on
dating
there.
app.
That's on some
No, I can
that's
see
on
that
some
on a dating
applications.
app.
I just on some applications. Divorced is definitely a choice on some applications.
It's
I've
For
clicked it
multiple
application for
several
what?
times
For a
for a
job?
lot of things.
for like doctors and stuff
A
like that. They
lot of
do,
stuff.
yeah. Like when you go
A
to the
lot of
Okay,
doctor,
stuff.
okay.
Especially
I
things
mean,
dealing with taxes, dealing with income. It's a lot of
yeah.
stuff.
so
You
okay,
go get
okay.
some
I
food
can see
stamps. You
that.
ain't never applied for
No,
food
no, no,
stamps?
no, no.
It's
No, I haven't.
definitely
But
on the
I
food
can.
stamp
No, no,
application.
no, 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 no. Fair enough. That's a word I don't know about.
Mama
So
said
I ain't gonna act like I
loans.
do. I
Yeah.
can see. I
Ty
can see
said,
the medical stuff. Because if you used to
um,
be married, they might want to. You might still
yeah, the
have.
medical
But
stuff they do.
Stuff.
how much disrespect would I the reason why I use the term single parent rather
Right.
than single mom, the reason why I
Right.
choose because we do have to be careful of the terminology that we use. The reason I choose that is because how
Right.
much disrespect am I giving the other parent who is not absent? Just because I'm a single parent does not mean that the other person is absent.
You wouldn't give me no disrespect. If
Hold
we
on
and
a
you
second,
shared a
sorry.
baby and you said that to me, I wouldn't feel no disrespect.
But I would feel disrespected because if I'm showing up and I'm there and I'm doing
That's fine.
everything that
That's fine. I'm just
my
telling you that I wouldn't.
But I'm just saying,
So it's personal. So it's
I
personal.
would want to consider the other, if the other parent is present and very much a part of that child's life, I'm going to be careful of my words because I want to consider and make sure that I show appreciation for the fact that you show up, because there's so many
Right,
parents that
right.
don't show up.
Right, right. And I think you that's because in your mind you connect the two. I don't. If you would have said to me, "Oh, yeah, my daughter's father, he's a single father," I would not take that as you don't show up or you're not involved. My brain doesn't go there. Your brain does, mine doesn't. Mine means, oh, he's just unmarried and he's taking care of his kid. That's all that that means to me. Because if how about
Point.
this? If he remarries, because right now, how about this? I'm no longer a single father. Because I was prior to, but now whether I'm married to the mom or not, if you marry anybody, you're no longer a single parent anymore because you're now married.
All right, y'all.
Whether it's the biological parent or not that you're married to, you're not a single parent no more. You
Yeah,
are
I get that,
I
but
mean you wouldn't be labeled a single you wouldn't be labeled a single mother or a
I
single
get
father.
that
That's
when it
all.
comes to relationship status. I get that when it comes to when it comes to relationships. If you're referring to relationship status, I agree with you. But in the context of actually being a parent and actually walking, in that arena of I'm currently parenting. I'm
Yeah, but I
currently
wouldn't
parenting. Are
say,
you
yeah, but I
there?
wouldn't. But if we're talking about the context of the involvement of each parent, I would not label her a single mother in that state, even though she is. The context would make me say, oh no, these two people are co-parenting with each other.
Right. Like that's a
But that wouldn't
co-parenting. Yeah.
change. But that wouldn't change that she's a single
That
mother.
she's a
So I'd be
single
like,
parent.
you, no,
Yeah.
she's a single mother, whatever parent, but whatever you want
Yeah.
to
She's
Oh
call
a
it,
single
single
God.
parent.
mother. I mean, it's the same thing. Single mother, single father, single parent,
All right,
whatever it
yeah. Let's
sounds better.
we've
But
been
go
on
ahead,
here
go ahead.
almost 2 hours. Let's do some final thoughts. Mama said they won't get Social Security in many forms. And Ty said they just asked me on my new car insurance loans.
Well,
Uh
no, loans is different because in some states some states your spouse is responsible for your debts.
oh
Like
yeah,
like if somebody is so they're gonna
yeah.
ask that because they can then
Make
put
that your
liens on
last.
stuff and stuff like that in certain states. So I can see
Tasha
that.
said no. Many forms ask your status. Divorce is a status for money and medical stuff.
Yeah,
Mama
yeah,
said
yeah. I agree
he's
with that.
saying
I agree with that.
Mama said he's saying relationship wise, you're single. And she said, I think the term should be co-parents when child is concerned. Mama said
Yeah, I agree with that.
she said she is single, not a single parent. All right.
Yeah.
What are you guys' final
Boy,
thoughts
I
on this
think baby
topic?
mother
I'm
culture is
my final thoughts is new wife is out of pocket. New wife is out of pocket. Old wife is being petty. She's taking every opportunity at this point to be as petty as she can, but she's been given the tools by the husband. The husband is the common denominator. He should have fixed his stuff before giving his new wife access to that account. He should have
Yeah.
just came clean. He need to live in his truth and stop
mm,
hiding behind his beard. And all of that, all of this will, fix itself. But new wife, you being petty. I mean, old wife, you being petty.
I
And
love
it
the
don't take all
pettiness.
that.
Don't hit my damn line
You know
asking me
what?
no
I
questions
like the
about no damn
pettiness
man.
too. I like the pettiness
yeah,
too,
toxic.
but I like the pettiness too, but that's
don't you call, don't you hit my line asking
No,
about
like the
no,
no
no,
petty.
no,
man.
no.
You better hit that nigga and ask him why he
Listen,
sending
You
me
know what's
money.
crazy?
right.
I agree with you on it's not that I like the pettiness, but I do think that they set themselves up
Yeah,
for
Yeah, don't hit my damn
nothing
line.
for them to be petty. Like you open the
yeah,
door.
yeah. You open
So
the door.
well,
You
I
invited it.
my final thoughts is I essentially agree with everything Miss Harlem just said. I got I agree.
Yes.
No, I agree completely. I think the wife out of pocket. I think the ex is obviously being petty, and I think the husband is not being a man. I think he's not controlling his house. He's not running his house properly. He's a lot of lies, a lot of and a lot of to me, just lack of leadership. You know what I mean? Not being
He
able to
might.
control.
We
You know
don't.
what I
We
mean?
don't know
So
which one he is though. Fa. That might
what?
be why he not leading. We don't
It
know.
sound like it
Top or
sound
the
like
bottom.
it sound like he manipulating a little bit. That's what it sound
No,
like.
he's afraid. It sounds like he's afraid for the truth to really come
So
out.
yeah,
So he got to play
that
along
too.
with whatever the
Yeah,
ex-wife say because he really don't want it. Like you just said, live your truth. That's why. So
yeah.
I agree. I agree with Holla. I ain't got nothing to add.
He went and got him a young thing that he think green and don't know no better. That's what he went and did.
And that girl is all up in the business.
19, yeah, 19
All up
years.
in the business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
She
fixed
was
to
Young,
over
figure
there
it
old,
out.
crying. I would have
all
been
these
like,
women
girl,
green.
you better go ask that man.
I know a
Mama
bunch
said
of
final.
old women that married gay, that been with gay men and act
They're
like they
not
didn't know.
green. They're not green. Fa. They know.
Well, I can only listen. I listen.
They know.
I'm sorry. I respect women enough to believe them, but when they say they didn't know, I'm sorry. I believe them.
Well,
I
the
know. Maybe I
person,
shouldn't,
the
but they
ex-wife
say they
said,
didn't know.
the ex-wife said she had because I've had the
They be
conversation with
saying
the
they don't
ex-wife.
know.
They
No,
know.
she.
They
I
do.
asked. I'm like, weren't there signs? Because the signs usually are there. She said no, there were
Some
not
people
signs.
are
Uh oh.
their pain, and some people are attached to being victims. So they like to play like they don't know, so that they can stay in the victim seat. I can't see you not seeing that this man thing ain't getting hard when y'all get ready to have sex.
I
You
mean,
haven't been
they
putting
made
in all
five
this extra
babies,
work.
so they made five babies, so it was getting hard.
Yeah, something was working, but you found out something. You found out something,
No,
and somebody
because
knows
I don't
something.
think he didn't want to be pegged or not. Like
No, he like both. He
he
probably
didn't give
like
any of the
both.
signs. I guess
He probably
They
likes
found out
both.
something. They found out something.
Mama said final thoughts. Mind the business that pays you. Absolutely. Tasha said exactly. Mama said husband looking for eggplant, not kitty. LOL. Yeah. Some men
Jesus.
hide it well. They're good liars. All right, this was a good one. We will reconvene tomorrow, 2:30, same time. We'll back to our normal time. Friday we won't do no live because it's Memorial Day weekend and I know y'all about to be out in these streets. So be out in
Outside,
the streets. Be outside for Diddy. Because
outside.
yeah, I'm in the
He
house.
is. Tasha, you right. She is protecting him. Good.
The ex-wife is low-key protecting the husband even in her pettiness.
That's because she want that money too, though. But she has her motivating reasons as well. But go ahead.
I mean, if he cheated on me with a man, I mean, she's mad. She might be mad about the situation still. She might
So
be
that
bitter.
makes her. So
You know
that
what
means
I'm
he get
saying?
to be an evil, nasty
No,
person.
it doesn't mean, but I do understand why people do some things.
That's
They
why I
Yeah,
they
said,
no,
do.
no.
slow
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I do understand. I understand. I always say this to my
Why I
mama.
said,
I
slow
understand why
down.
some people go off on some folks because some folks deserve to be gone off on.
Oh,
Get your
how
ass
you
out of my
like that
room.
topic I sent you? That joint went mega viral
Yes,
here.
we'll probably get into that one
See, come
tomorrow.
get your dog.
But I wanted to get into this one today because I was like, "Oh,
Of
this is gonna
course,
be a
of
good
course.
one." So,
Okay.
but yes, tomorrow. All
Yeah,
right,
this was a
thank you
good one.
guys.
Y'all
Yes,
See
have
y'all
a good
definitely,
later.
evening.
guys. I'll see you
See ya.
tomorrow.
Get your dog.
Bye bye.